What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Black Sheep Family TV. My name is Nicole. If you're new here, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, be down to gang. Also, I got the hubby.
What's that, nigga, people? Y'all know I'm always eating. I'm always snacking. You hear me? It's your boy Jay, Jay's Place TV. Come on over there and holler at me, man.
It'll be linked down in the description if I remember, if I like him today or tomorrow. So today's video is basically going to be like our perspective of Julian autism and more stuff that we have learned far as with autism and stuff like that. I haven't really been doing videos on it, not because I haven't wanted to, it's just because I don't want to bring to my channel awareness that's not actually awareness. Yeah. Like it's not educating anyone. And I also wanted to touch on this topic because some people was like, I title everything autism. Well, Julian has autism, and if it's a family channel, he's going to be on it. You know, and it's just showing how he's reacting to stuff because parents with kids that actually have autism know that public situations can be a struggle. So, you know, it's just kids can look perfectly normal with autism, and some kids you would think they're just having a meltdown, and I understand why. So yeah, and plus I don't see a lot of black or brown people doing videos on autism at all. I see in my comments that it's a lot of people that kids have it, or their nephews have it, or their grandchildren have it, and they watch my videos because they want to see how Julian's doing to better understand their kids, grandkids, nieces or nephews with autism. And it's not even a racial thing, but some people like to watch people that look like them. Kind of like when you go do a makeup video, you want to watch somebody do makeup that looks like you.
And what I've noticed when you start trying to look up autism and signs and symptoms or things or behaviors, you don't really find it. So I think that's another good thing as to why autism is in almost everything, because when people get to looking, they can find it.
Well, I'll say this. I find them, I just don't find them from either younger people like us, or I don't find them from people that look like me, or that actually even answer questions when people are asking them questions about their kids' autism. It's like if they didn't cover it in that video, they're not gonna answer your question. Yeah. And I'm not like that. I'm gonna answer your question. If I can't help you, I can't help you. If I don't know the answer to it,
don't tell you we don't know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna just sit here and
ignore it.
Yeah, like the thing and just keep going. So I got like some topics of some things that we noticed from both of our perspectives, as far as like the mom perspective and the dad perspective. Okay. When Julian was younger, like everything was kind of normal. He was everything but his walking. Julian didn't start walking until he was 18 months, so I could start there. That was a thing that we didn't know should have been a concern for him having autism. Kids with autism sometimes start walking till they 16, 18, 19, 20 months. They will be slower at walking. Now, if he could get a medal for the fastest crawling baby, he would have got that.
Yeah, in a little race against time in his own word.
Yeah, and also, you know, with autism, they learn different. They're more visual learners and can point and show you stuff to communicate versus actually verbal. Television, TV shows, certain things will help them learn, like technology, certain stuff will help him learn versus Carter and Crystal can learn just like anybody else, hands-on or not, visual or not. Yeah. They can learn like that.
What I noticed is certain color toys, he really keys in on them. Like he has a blue truck and he had a little yellow race car. If those two toys are not somewhere where he can go get them and play with them, he literally will be looking around like, where they at? And he'll come up to you and he'll be like, Dad, blue, blue. And if he knew the last location, he gonna point where it was, you know what I mean? So yeah. It's kind of different being able to, well, it's different knowing versus when I didn't know. that he had autism.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At first it was just like, Julian, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And now it's more so like,
that's how you communicate.
Yeah, I have to stop, pause, and try to make sure I'm with him on his level, so I can, you know, I can make him aware that I understand, because he knows when you really don't understand what he's saying, because he'll keep repeating it, or either he wants you to pick him up and take him in that area, and then he'll, now that he with you and he like, okay, now we hear it.
Yeah.
Blue, like, you know what I mean? It's totally
kind of like
totally
with the Lay's potato chips, they yellow. Julian kept saying yellow, yellow, and Jay let him out his room, and he got up, he went by himself, he went and got him the Lay's. So whenever he say yellow, far as eat and then say yellow, we know that he wants some Lay's.
Yep. And
like with grapes, if he say red, even though they're kind of purplish, wineish color, but we know that he wants grapes.
Yep.
It's certain, you have to come to their world and understand what he's talking about.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, is not getting frustrated.
Yeah.
Because the moment he knows that he might have frustrated me because I can't figure it out, you will know that he just,
yeah,
you know what I mean, he gets sad. So it's one of those things now where no matter what he's saying, if I can let him out free to where I can say, well, go get it. Because now he'll do that, go get it. But before he would go get stuff, it was hard trying to get that communication going to where I can fix the problem.
Yeah.
So you gotta kind of, like you said, you gotta kind of form into that, you know what I mean? There's certain foods that he would eat for like a week straight, and then turn around next week, he don't want that at all. And
see, I don't understand why or any of that, why he's like that at all. All right, y'all, I had to take out my AirPods because I didn't know if y'all can hear with the first part of the video, but y'all can, so we're gonna keep flowing. So what was you talking about, the food?
Yeah, certain things he eat, he'll do good.
1 week and the next week he won't want it at all.
Next week he don't bring it over here. No. Like, he will quickly be like,
So one thing that I have learned with kids with autism is if they don't like the texture of some food, they will literally starve themselves. They will not eat. They will go a week, however long they have to go with no food. They will go that long with no food. They ain't gonna starve themselves before they eat if they don't like the texture. I didn't know that like, I knew textures, and I'm thinking like clothes and tags, because there's some kids that don't keep on clothes. They gotta wear their clothes inside out because of the tags. And I'm not even gonna stunt, like people that I used to see, I used to wonder why they put their kids' clothes inside out. I'm like, they look so tacky, why did you do that? Not knowing that their kid could have autism.
yeah.
And that's the only way they're gonna get their kid to wear that stuff. I just be like, well, why is it tacky? Luckily, Julian ain't that. He's not that sensitive to the tags and stuff like that. Julian also will keep on his shoes long enough to go to the car and stuff like that. But with the textures, like some of the ABA therapy and stuff like that, they help him with textures, and they put different textures and stuff in his mouth so he can get familiar with the different textures and stuff. Also, I heard, like kids with autism, I heard CBD oil helps them. The Charlotte's Web CBD oil, I don't know, I haven't got any or anything like that.
Yeah.
And we don't know if it actually works or not. We haven't tried it yet, or we haven't tried it if we're going to try. We haven't discussed if we're going to even try it or not. What does he think about his appetite? Certain colors. Some kids with autism,
yes,
they only eat foods with certain colors. Like, Bay noticed that Jay don't. Bay, Jay, yeah.
Hey.
So Jay noticed that Julian would not drink these little juices that we got that are like purple. He don't like those. And Julian would check it and make sure it's a color that he even want to fuck with. If it ain't the right color, he won't drink it. He'll tell you that I want blue, red, or green, and if it's anything other than that, nah, don't bring that over.
Yeah, he ain't even gonna try it.
But he's not at the point where some kids with autism only eat red foods or only eat yellow starchy foods. He's not like that yet, but I will say that if it's something that he don't want, he won't eat it.
Yeah.
He will go to sleep hungry and be like, oh well.
Hey, y'all.
And wait, Also, I thought, you know, we were raised up where if you hungry enough, you're going to eat that. I didn't know that it was like part of his autism and part of his disability, that even if I'm hungry and I don't want that texture, I don't like that. Yeah. So now it's like, it's not like showing favoritism, and it's not, you know, catering to him, but it kind of is catering to him because he does, that's part of his disability of why he's not eating that. It's not that he's trying to be like,
I ain't finna eat that, so whatever.
But I will say that he does. I didn't know that he had like kids autism, crave sweets. Some of them do. I didn't know that. Julian talk about cake all day. He ain't gonna eat cake all day because he's gonna fuck around and get cavities.
Yeah, he will. He will be like cake all day, every day. But as far as that food goes, it's like I know one of his go-tos. It's like baked beans or rice.
Yeah.
It don't matter when it is.
Or oatmeal.
Now those three things, if I give him something that I've cooked and he like, nah, I got a bag up, it's gonna be one of those three. And so now,
or crackers or snacks, and that's normal for kids with autism. They will snack their life away instead of eating a meal because they don't want to eat what everybody else is eating, or you don't have what they like to eat.
Really won't.
Yeah.
And that's why now it's like, once I've cooked and I made his plate, if he pushes it out the way, I'll go grab a can of baked beans. I'll go and get the little thing of oatmeal, and I'll be like, which one you want? Or either I hold it up in front of him, because now he's doing this, yes.
Yeah.
He's doing that. So if I hold up something and he go yes to it, then that's what I'll make for him, so he can still eat. Because like she said, when we grew up, it was like, you're gonna sit at the table and then it'll eat you, or you'll eat it, and that's it. Like,
or if you don't eat dinner, that's gonna be your breakfast tomorrow. Like we can't do that with him.
Yeah, it's not gonna work because he's still,
that's part of his disability.
Yeah, he's still ultimately be hungry. So I've seen him get away from the table and come down, and like she said, he'll go right over there to the chip box and be like looking around. I'm like, get it, and get it. And he'll sit on the couch like he grown and watch SpongeBob and eat the bag of chips. And you be like, why do you eat chips when I got like real food over here?
Yeah, but ribs, steak, whatever, potatoes, whatever. He don't like the texture, he's not gonna eat it.
Not gonna eat it.
Also, something that's normal with kids with autism that we didn't even know was normal for kids with autism. And I learned this by doing research. The best research, if your child, your niece, your nephew, your grandchild have autism, it's other parents, because no doctor's going to tell you anything. I thought it was just our doctor wasn't really educated with it and stuff like that. But no, a lot of people really, they know the signs of autism, but it's like they don't know how to help your child with autism. So a lot of parents have been my go-to. But as far as Julian smelling foods, I thought that he had just been watching too much damn Paw Patrol, because y'all know Paw Patrol, they dogs, and they sniff their food and all that stuff, and he had started doing that even at the other house, and I thought it was just because he at that point he was into Paw Patrol, and he'd get that yes from Ryder from Paw Patrol, but he knows that if I say yes, that's something that I want. Like, yeah, I want that.
Yeah, or that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like literally, like even his takes. Like, if I was to give Julian this, he go. And then he'll eat it.
Yep.
Once the nose say, hey man, that might be something good.
But he still lick it to try the texture before he eat it.
Yeah. And
I thought that he just, it's like, what the hell you over there doing? What you got going on with your little baby life over there, bro?
Like, for real, y'all, like, it's something totally different to get used to, because once Babe was telling me, like, man, I found this out, I found that. You know how Julian does it? It brought it more to the forefront. You feel what I'm saying? Because we were still like, okay, maybe that's something for autism, maybe that's something. But now we know from her doing her research that other kids are doing exactly the same thing. Maybe some of them are doing a bit much. Like, the difference?
Yeah, see, like, with Julian, it's some kids with autism that they walk on their tippy toes. Julian don't walk on his tippy toes. Kids with autism tend to spin in circles. Julian don't spin in circles, but what he do that's weird, flips, and he'd spin on his head, and he'd do flips, and that's something that's different, and that's more than likely because of his autism. But that was something that, you know, the therapist, even at his daycare, was like, we got to figure out why he's even doing this.
The boy do a front flip in a heartbeat.
Yeah, front flip, back flip, leg spin, the stanky leg. He doing it. And
it's just, I don't know, it's different. And the whole being under the bed and in the closets and stuff like that.
About. I didn't know that was like a thing with kids being under the bed, secluded. I didn't know kids with autism, like you were saying, he'd be under the bed and stuff like that. But kids with autism also like to be secluded, like him playing by himself. It's like, okay, Julian play good by himself. And like, no, most kids want to play with other kids and walk up to other kids and be like, hey, my name is such and such, and they want to talk and communicate. Kids with autism are real, or kids and people are real, like, I don't know you, don't come in my space, this, that, and third. And how Julian has no sense of, not that, well, yeah, that too, but Julian has no sense of, you're in my way, go around you. Julian would just sit here and push Jaxon like, nigga, get out my way. And that's actually normal for kids with autism, because they don't see you as a person, they just see you as an object in their way, and they're gonna push you out their way, type or thing. What else was you gonna say? I had a topic I could hit if you wasn't gonna say nothing, but I thought you was gonna say something.
Yeah, I said something, you was like, not that. Oh, the running thing. Was that one of your topics?
What running thing?
Like how he would just dart out from wherever? Yeah,
so I figured out that that's actually normal as well for a child with autism, that him and, like, most kids will wait for you to open the door, they get in their seats and stuff like that.
Right.
Julian seeks that thrill of, he want to be outside, he want to be free, he want to play, and he just dart out in front of a car, in front of a person, in front of a dog. Julian don't care. I didn't know it was a lot of people that dealt with that with their kids with autism, of, like, it's 3 or 4 people that I watched that had 2 kids with autism, and they had to get, some of them had to get service dogs, some of them started their kids on CBD to kind of calm them down and actually help them, you know, wait and take turns. Like how I can't go, like a lot of people be like, well, why don't you just take your kids with you, this, that, and the third. If Jay's not with me, typically, if Jay not with me, and if they're not in school, I'm not taking both of them, because Jaxon could be on the spectrum, and he's doing a lot of things that Julian's doing. Now, we don't know if Jaxon is going to be on the spectrum, or if Jaxon just doing what he sees Julian do.
Right.
But Jaxon will, too, dart out in front of something and just be like, hey, whatever, and
it's
keep going.
Play. It's all play to them.
Yeah, they don't know that it's actually a danger.
Yeah. So that's one of the things that keep us on our toes. Even when we open the door to the crib, you know what I mean? Like when we leaving out, we leave out all together as one.
Yeah.
Because if I go downstairs and babe putting on Jaxon's shoe, Julian
knows to open the door and we'll go out the damn door.
Yeah, and he be trying to,
and if Jay don't know that he's behind him, or Julian don't make no noise, like I have caught Julian halfway down the steps before.
Yeah, so and fear, like what is that to Julian? Like fear is not even existent. It's like, hey, there go a dog. Hey, doggy, how you doing? Like, no.
Put my hand in the dog mouth.
No
pet the dog.
fear of the dog barking at me or might bark. None. Nah, Julian just like, oh, that's a puppy. He on Paw Patrol. Come here. You know what I mean? Like, and
you
just,
do know that it is a puppy. You be like, dog.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he'll tell you all day long.
And he love the police.
Yeah. Oh man, it's certain things that in real life are hand in hand with what he's learned and watched off Paw Patrol.
Yeah. So when I say that a lot of kids with autism are visual, I'm saying that with Julian.
Yeah, because Julian know not just what a cartoon police look like on any show. If you got a badge on, you got the lights on your car.
You police. You
the police.
Yeah, I was like, you're not even the police, you're the police.
You the police.
Daddy, mama, police.
Yeah. And
police.
I could be driving down the freeway and he see the blue light somewhere that I don't see. And he's like, Daddy, police. And I'd be like, where? And I show us nothing. Like, I look around and there they go. You know what I mean? Another thing is he watched the jet plane for a while. So now when he sees a plane, he like, plane. and he'll look at it, and you know, it's just red lights, green lights. He'll tell me, you know, red. I'm like, yep, the light red, Juju. And then when it changed green, he's like, green. And sometimes he tell me to go, sometimes he tell me to stop. Like,
yeah, when I come to a stop sign, y'all, and Julian don't know why I'm stopping, he be like, go, mama, go.
yeah.
Like, no, I have to stop, dude.
Yeah, you know, I've noticed, like Bay said, him and Jaxon will play with two cars about 2 feet apart from each other and never bother each other at all. Never even, you know how some
acknowledge
kids,
each other's in the room.
Yeah, you know how some kids have wrecks with each other and be like, boom, he. Like, nah, they don't do that. What they find funny is Julian running fast away from Jaxon, and Jaxon trying to wobble down to where he at, and then Julian run around in a circle. They chasing each other.
Yeah, they like to chase.
That tickles them to death, and it's funny to watch because they literally can have this much space.
Yeah.
And in this much space, they will have the time of their life.
A thing that I noticed with Julian with his autism is also he has poor eye contact, and that's something that kind of gradually left as he got older. Like, and I didn't know that could even be a sign of autism, the fact that your infant, your child, or somebody's not really making eye contact with you.
Yeah.
When Julian don't make eye contact, he was not responding to his name. Julian have had 3 hearing tests, 3 or 4 hearing tests,
right.
And they're trying to do another one come January. Julian can hear just fine.
Right.
But I didn't know with kids with autism, they can hear, and what people are saying is they probably can hear a lot better than normal people. Kind of like Jay have army ears, I call it. He can hear this, that, and the third. They be hearing so many different things. The clock ticking, the TV, Jaxon. Julian's probably hearing all this. So when I'm calling his name, he hear that I'm calling his name, but he's not registering to look. And I was saying that some people that give their kids CBD, like now when you call a name, you know, or say it 2 or 3 times, they will at least look at you once. Yeah. Versus now Julian won't look at you at all. I also noticed that he don't have like hugging Julian and kissing Julian and showing him love. Like he just like, he don't care for that. It's whatever. So you have to reinsert yourself into his life and into his words. So you have to bond with him. Jay is doing that a lot better than me because I still have to show Jaxon some attention. So trying to show both of them attention or be there for both of them is kind of difficult, especially with Julian. He will push you away from him. He don't, whatever, kiss or hug. You kiss and hug me, as long as you tickling me though. Yeah. Me just walking up and wanting to hug, a kiss, or cuddle with you, nah, bro. You go find Jaxon for that. Yeah,
sometimes I just lay on the floor, and with me just laying in the floor, I leave SpongeBob on or whatever they playing with, I let them play with it, and I just lay in the floor, and then it's like both of them, Julian might come sit on my legs, Jaxon gonna come sit on my chest or my stomach, and it ain't until they both realize that they both own me at the same time do they start fighting. It's like territorial then, and so, you know, I have to kind of balance it out, but I just lay there, and sometimes I don't have to separate them or none of that. They just having the time of their life, and it's just like, all I did was lay here.
Yeah.
Like, y'all are tripping, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it's one of those things where, you know, it's like, you gotta catch Julian when he's saying whatever he's saying, whatever he's doing. You like she said, you have to zone into his world. Yeah. But at the same time, you know, Jaxon don't, listen, let me tell you something about Jaxon. Jaxon will be in that room by himself until he realized Julian is gone, which is about 20 minutes later, because Jaxon will have his legs crossed, sitting on his bed, watching the Boss Baby. And unless the Boss Baby go off, Jaxon is just like this. He don't know Julian been gone, playing around, unless Julian goes back to the baby gate and start messing with him, like, hi, you in there, I'm out here, type of thing. But Jaxon is perfectly fine, like, as long as he got cartoons in his cup, Jaxon won't bother you until he looks up and he like, hey, wait a minute, where's everybody at? Mama. Yeah. Like, save me, you know what I mean? But it's kind of hard because Jaxon is not dealing with the stuff that Julian is dealing with, at least on a diagnosed scale. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? So we seeing some stuff with Jaxon but it's not an official result, you know what I mean, from a doctor. But until then, we treat them both like nobody has a problem.
Yeah.
Pretty much, you feel what I'm saying? And that balances, it has a weird way of balancing itself out because they are really doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So as long as we don't shift the way they live life going through, what were you saying about scheduling?
Julian, we can't change the schedule. They can throw Julian and hold everything off if we change his schedule.
Yep.
And you know, it's good to keep a schedule when you have kids anyway.
Right.
That way, it's just repetition.
Yeah, but it's very, very much needed when you add the autism in there. We know now when we pick them up from school, they want drinks. When they get to the house, their coats off, shoes off, socks off. They having their own little baby fun, but you gotta have their cakes on standby. You gotta have their little
drink on standby. Jaxon hate getting his teeth brushed. Hate brushing his teeth.
Yeah, like you gotta.
Julian hate his shoes as well. I didn't know there was something familiar with kids with autism. I don't like my shoes on either though. So I don't know if it's because I'm country or what, but I don't like my shoes on. Julian would take his shoes off in a car, but Julian, the weird thing about Julian is Julian would keep on socks and shoes or keep on socks at the house, and you'd be like, dude, get comfortable and take them off. Yeah. But in a car, he's just taking everything off.
Yeah, you gotta be free.
So, yeah, that's just some of the things, so the signs and the things that we see, the signs of Julian autism and what he's doing with his autism. Yeah. I guess that's what I call it.
And by the way, if anybody is actually watching this that was looking for information, the whole pouring your food out of your plate and then eating it, or playing with it first and then eating it, you make sure that you check your child or your family member's hair, because once that bowl go up there, that barbecue sauce is still there, that whatever is still there. So you got to make sure that you keep your eyes on that, because it'll dry up and be crispy up there. It's been some times when Julian was about to walk out the door and I'm like, what in the?
It's in your head.
You get barbecue?
Yeah.
That's from the beans last night. I didn't even know you had, you know what I mean? So now it's like, once he eats, we just look him over and be like, okay, might not give you a bath after dinner because we might have to wash your hair, you know what I mean? That's perfectly normal. Like I said, he might have some meat or some chicken or something that he wanna eat, but he gonna chew it up first and then he'll spit it out, or he'll play with it and throw it all around and then go back and actually eat it.
And Jaxon won't eat none of his food unless it's on a tray. But he don't have autism, so we're gonna keep this with the autism thing. But also, if your kid take water, like also Julian has a fixation on sand and playing in sand. He'll play in sand for hours. Yeah. Also with like water, tubs, like cups and pouring water and water, he has a fixation on that type of stuff as well. It's something that we noticed. Yeah, Julian has never feared swimming, pool, water, any of that. Julian has never feared that stuff. Yeah. Julian really is the child that think he can swim.
In the tub, out the tub, in the pool, all that. Oh, and also candles. If you have a candle lit around Julian,
he blowing them out.
Never have to worry about a fire with Julian. Because Julian gonna be like, ooh, and he wants you to pick him up so he can blow it out. Or he'll get to it and blow it out.
Like I had my candles, like I haven't did a clean with me, you guys. So y'all don't know, I haven't even did decorate with me in this house. Coin kind of tight over here. But we have a fireplace and I had the candles like there for decorational purposes. But I was like, well, I'm gonna light them because I cleaned up all nice and I kind of want the house to be peaceful and smell fresh and edible when you walk in. So I lit them and I lit the candles on the thing, which Jay actually lit them because I can't get in that little thing. And as soon as he walked in, I forgot the candles was even going. I just walked in and it's like, it smells good in here. Julian already blew off the candles on the fireplace. He telling his daddy, look, I want him to blow out the candles on the kitchen tables. If it's a candle going on in my bathroom, I'm gonna blow that one out too, sir.
Anything smoke or steam related, when I crank on my truck in the morning, I'm warming my truck up, he walk outside and he be like, Daddy, fire. I'm like, no, that's not fire, that's just smoke from the truck, you know what I mean? If it's steamy, he think it's on fire. Yeah. And he like, oh no. Tragedy, dude. You know, your truck burning up. You know what I mean? So.
Not you know your truck burning.
Yeah. And he does the humidifier like that too. If we let the humidifier run out of water and it stops steaming, Julian is like, gone,
yep.
green, because it's a little green light on the switch. And
so one thing I can say about kids with autism that we're learning with Julian is kids with autism can be very intelligent. Just because someone has autism does not mean that they're going to be
slow.
Yeah, even if they're non-verbal, it does not mean that they're not going to get certain things. Like facial expressions and stuff like that is different with kids with autism and stuff like that. But Julian is starting to understand facial expressions as well. Because he used to make all his facial expressions at once. We didn't know that was a sign that your kid could have autism. Is they don't recognize I'm mad, I'm happy, I'm sad, leave me alone. Like Julian was doing all those facial expressions at once.
Yeah, all in one little sitting. Like not spread out all at once. Like right in both happy, sad, mad, all of that.
In 1 minute.
Yeah. And what I have noticed is he has a fixation with numbers.
Yeah.
If we have our little calendar thing out, Julian, if it's the 8th, Julian's gonna say 8. And he'll go get it and bring you the block and he'll say 5, 3, and you know what I mean? So he has a real...
Which is good because I was saying how this little boy that has autism, man, he can multiply 3 numbers at a time in his fucking head. Yeah. I don't got nothing. I can't multiply 3 numbers at a time in my damn head. Don't tell me what's 57 and don't let it be an odd number and you think I'm gonna multiply that 3 times by 3 in my head. No matter the mixture of numbers, like it could be 57, 21, and 10. That little boy can multiply that shit
like that
in his head as many times as he needs to.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah, it's it's a touchy thing to deal with because you have to make yourself not be so strict. You kind of got to let the reins go a little bit so you can see where they are. Because if we constantly had Julian...
some people think that it's, you just letting your kid get away with murder, and it's not, or showing favoritism or difference, and it's the discipline and all that stuff is different because of their disability. They understand different. Yeah,
if you kept him in that bubble, you're going to eventually drive him crazy. So you gotta let it, let it kind of fan out just a little bit. And that way you can start understanding what's going on. That way what you thought he should have been in trouble for, your child or your family member should have been in trouble for, you might actually just find out that they over there under the kitchen table trying to get to the chip bag because they want some yellow bag of chips. Yeah. It's not that they just playing under your table or none of that. You just kind of, as an adult you should know the difference, but you gotta watch it. Because Julian will get out of his chair after dinner and he goes back. As soon as his feet touch the floor, he goes back to that chair and buckle the straps back in. Yeah. He got a real thing about that too.
Fixation with that, yeah.
So he got to make sure, hey, I know I'm not in it no more, but click, click, click.
So you're really in it, y'all. This video is gonna be longer, so more than likely it will be a premiere. But yeah, we're gonna probably skip to the next video. I always doing some pre-recording.
Yeah, y'all got questions about this? We don't know everything, but if we can answer any questions or any of that, just drop them in the comments and we'll do our best, you know what I mean? We learning as we go into, so. Also,
this is gonna be a raw, unedited video. It's the first video, this video. I'm just gonna mush it together and y'all might get some music in the background. I don't know, but watch the next video, just press the video. Make sure you subscribe. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, you're not subscribed to my place and Jay's place TV. What is you doing, bro? Like, and then it's free. And make sure you thumbs up the video. Damn. Quit being stingy with the likes. I be seeing my views be double my likes. What's up? What's up? It's free. Are you hating? You might be a hater out here. You right.
Ain't no telling.
Peace.